and welcome to the vlog. It's Tuesday. I'm about to punch into work. I've already run some errands today, this morning, before starting the vlog, so I only have a few minutes before I have to punch in, but I figured I'd go ahead and get us started at least before the day got away from me. So this week I am reading Aster, The Rise and Fall of an American Fortune by Anderson Cooper and Catherine Howe. I started this on audio last week. It probably won't take me too long to finish it. I might end up finishing it today, depending on how much I'm in the mood to listen to an audiobook today. So this is book 1 for the week. And then we have One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I read the first chapter or 20 pages of this last week, and I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. So we're going to call that a win for this, especially since I have been kind of on the fence of how I'll feel about it. My friend did tell me that guaranteed I will love this, and I trust her. She also was the one who gave me Red, White, and Royal Blue. But when I told her that I didn't like it, she was like, I'm not surprised by that. So if she knew that, if she wasn't surprised by the fact that I didn't like Red, White, and Royal Blue, but she guarantees that I'm going to like this one, I'm going to hope that she's right. I'm going to trust her, and we're going to keep moving forward with this. We're going to keep moving forward with this. I'll talk a little bit more about what this book is about when I have a little bit more time. But I just wanted to show you the reading plans for this week because honestly, this week I don't have much going on as per usual. So I'm going to get punched into work and then I will check in later. Bye. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. It is in the afternoon. I am taking a quick break from work. Wanted to just check in and update because I wasn't able to get last week's vlog edited and uploaded yet today, so it's coming a little late, but that's because we were able to finally get Will in for a therapy appointment, which is very exciting, but that obviously had to take precedence over anything else. So today's last week's vlog that should have gone up this morning probably won't go up until tonight or tomorrow, depending on when. It'll either be up tonight or tomorrow, but I will keep you posted. It was very exciting. We've been waiting a very long time to get in to see anyone, so, and he got to miss a couple hours of school, so that was very exciting for him as well. But anyway, that's my quick update. I will be editing that vlog like as soon as I possibly can, but I do work until 8, so I'll probably see how much I can get done in my hour lunch, but who knows. Also, we're trying a new way to edit and export my files so that hopefully the vlog that will go up either tonight or tomorrow will have better quality, or at least that you can increase the quality. I got a comment on my last week's vlog that the quality was not very good, and so I did some research and I think I found the problem, so I'm hoping that we can fix it moving forward. Fingers crossed. Let me know in the comments of that video or this one when it goes up, letting me know if things have improved. But yeah. Hey friends, so it is actually Friday night. I've just logged off of work and I'm realizing I don't think I've checked in like 2 days. Now, you haven't really missed much because I haven't been doing much because I have just not been feeling great mentally, and I'm just not I haven't had much to say, I guess, about anything I have been reading. So I don't have anything to talk about reading wise. I haven't been doing anything, so I haven't been able to like show you anything. I've just been kind of like bumming around my house. I log into work, I do my work, and then I log out, and then I don't even know what, waste time on TikTok. It is what it is, but I guess that's not entirely true. I do have a little bit of an update for you with reading. So one moment. I had to go get my books because I realized I did actually have a tiny reading update for you. So as a refresher, these are the 2 books that I'm reading this week. One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston and Aster by Anderson Cooper. I have been listening to this one on audio and I did finish it today. I really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to give it like 3 or a 4. I'm going to think about it for a little bit, maybe a 3.5. It was really interesting. If you're interested in the Astors or like New York society or like Gilded Age, but there were definitely some parts where I was like, this is kind of boring and I'm kind of over this. And then we got to Brooke Astor and the fraud case that happened in, I think, 2009, when essentially the Astor line ended and the Astor fortune kind of went where fortunes go when everybody who has access to the fortune dies. I really liked Anderson Cooper being the narrator of the book. I thought it added like a little bit of extra interest in it, not only because he was the writer of the book or one of the co-writers, but he also has connections to the Astor family, seeing as he is Vanderbilt, or his mother was a Vanderbilt. And so it was just interesting seeing like those connections being made, and how he has like not only access to the people who knew the Astors because of who his family is, but just because of who Anderson Cooper is as a person as well. So I really like that. I'm definitely going to be picking up his other book. What is it called? Vanderbilt, The Rise and Fall of an American Dynasty. So, my second nonfiction of the year. Done, and I enjoyed it more than the first one. So, yeah. And then, very small update. I don't have too much to say about it. I read 60 pages. Of One Last Stop. I am enjoying it more than I thought I would, and that is cautiously optimistic. So I am going to keep reading it this weekend, though truthfully, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to read this weekend because I'm going to be very busy this weekend. So the last tail end of the vlog at least will have some fun and exciting things for you to watch. So Sunday we have to drop him off at his dad's in the morning, and then me and Charlotte are going to be going to a lesbian bookstore about 2 hours away from us, as like a little day trip to celebrate Valentine's Day, because I work on Valentine's Day and she does as well. So we are celebrating our Valentine's Day a couple days early. And then on Monday, I'm doing another little mini road trip because my mom and I are going to Vermont to see Catherine Arden at an author event for Catherine Arden's new book. And Catherine Arden is one of my favorite authors. She wrote the Bear and the Nightingale trilogy, and she has her new book coming out, and I'm so excited for it, and I'm so excited that I get to go to the event. So my mom and I will be going to Vermont we're getting there a little bit early so we can do like lunch and dinner and just walk around Vermont for a little bit, and then we'll be at the event. But those are both going to be very long driving days, so I probably won't have too much time because I also get car sick. So while Charlotte will probably do the driving on Sunday, I have to do the driving for my mom on Monday. So we'll see how it goes, but at least it'll be exciting. I might not have too much to update you on reading-wise, but at least I'll have some fun, hopefully some fun B-roll footage for you. So I hope it makes up for the fact that I've been MIA for like 3 days, but anyway, that's the update for now. I'll check in later.
Just admitted it. I didn't say it out loud. I don't need you to.
Hello. I was feeling a little self-conscious about my hair because it's poofy, but then Charlotte said that I was giving Meg Ryan and When Harry Met Sally, so now I'm not as self-conscious about it. But we just finished watching the reunions from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Wild stuff, just absolutely incredible. Mary's annoying. I hope she's never on the show ever again. I could live the rest of my life without ever knowing anything more about Mary and be totally happy. Also, I don't believe a word that came out of Monica's mouth, like, at all about anything, because it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna read until I fall asleep, which honestly will probably be very soon, but 60 pages in, gonna see what I can do. We'll keep you posted. Hey everyone, I tried. I'm DNFing it. I can't do it anymore. I read like 92 pages of it, and it's like every page has a pop culture reference. And while I understand the use of pop culture references, I can even say I understand it more for this, seeing as there's like a time travel element. One of the characters is stuck in time, yada yada yada. It was exhausting. Like literally every page there was at least one pop culture reference, and at some point there are too many pop culture references and I can't do it anymore. It's like you're relying on the pop culture reference to like make the story relevant. It seems lazy. I don't like it. So I'm DNFing. I'm not gonna waste my time. I have a long February TBR. No point in continuing with a 417-page book rife with pop culture references that are going to make me mad. I'm just not going to do it. So 92 pages read of this, and I'm going to DNF it. Hello friends, it's Saturday night after work. I've done my cleaning for the weekend because my weekend is booked and busy, but I have to pick a new read because I DNF'd One Last Stop, deservedly. I did post to my Instagram and I did get a lot of DMs that were like, the end is like, the payoff isn't worth suffering through the incessant references and the millennial cringe that made up that book. And I refuse to torture myself like that. I did try and listen to The Phantom of the Opera on audio. I wasn't a fan of the narrator, so I'm not doing that. But I did listen to 8 pages. So I'm counting it. And then I listened to, because I forgot to move my bookmark. 26 pages of A Darker Shade of Magic, but my brain stopped paying attention. Because that's the trouble I always run into when I'm listening to fantasy. I have read this book already. I've read this series multiple times, but I love it. And I really want to read The Fragile Threads of Power, which is like the next series that's in this world, but I want to reread the series leading up to it. So I do think I'm going to go with this one because I need a win. After The Wicked Bargain, which wasn't bad but wasn't good, and then One Last Stop, which was bad, I'm going to go with what hopefully will be a guaranteed 5-star read, because it's been a 5-star read every other time I've read it. If it's not a 5-star read, Charlotte, we have a problem. A serious problem. But we have just chosen our next franchise to watch of The Real Housewives. We're going all the way back to season 1, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know. But this is Lisa Vanderpump is in it. Mm-hmm. And I love Lisa Vanderpump. I adore her. I would do anything for her.
It premiered October 14th, 2010.
2010.
13 years old. Getting some change.
In 2010, you were 13?
No, I said the show was 13 years
old.
Oh! No, I graduated high school.
I know, I was like, I don't think you're doing your math right.
No. No.
I was like...
I'm tired, but I'm not that tired.
Because I was 20.
No, we need to have a talk. we need to sit down and have a talk right now.
I was like, I think one of us is doing our math terribly wrong, and I don't think it's me. But that's the update. I'll see you later. Good morning. It's Sunday. It is 10 a.m. The boy has been sent to his dad's for the week, and we are starting our bookish weekend. We are not going to the original bookstore that we were going to go to today, just because of how we're both feeling. Sorry, that was just because of how we're both feeling today. We just aren't in the mood for like a 4-hour drive round trip. We're going to do that another day. But so we are going to 2 independent bookstores in New Hampshire. We're going to Bowen Books, and we're going to Gibson's, which is my favorite. Which is one of my favorite bookstores in New Hampshire. And we've just stopped because Charlotte got earrings delivered, which she's very excited about because she's opening them right now.
Yeah.
Which ones are they?
They are the, I'm going to call her Linda, but it's not. Liz Fox Roseberry ones. Her brother is Daniel Roseberry, who is the designer for Schiaparelli currently, but she is also very talented designer.
Ooh, those are pretty. Are you gonna wear them today?
I am.
So we're gonna get started on our day today. We're also meeting up with my mom, so very exciting. A moment for the earrings. A moment for my pretty girlfriend. would give a little haul. So at our first stop, Charlotte for Valentine's Day got me The Disappearance of Astrid Burkhard by Natasha Lester. And then she picked out this nonfiction called Diamonds and Deadlines, A Tale of Greed, Deceit, and a Female Tycoon in the Gilded Age, which I'm pretty excited for. And then we went, and then I got Inanna by Emily H. Wilson for myself, because of course I did. And then we went to Gibson's and I picked up myself Minor Detail by Adanya Shibley. And then Charlotte got me The Absinthe Underground by Jamie Paxton and The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. And then my mom got me for Valentine's Day The Painted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. A nice, solid haul. Now we're home. We're probably just gonna turn on Real Housewives or something. I don't think you're interested in watching the Super Bowl as much as we love
Usher. Oh, were we gonna say something else?
Yeah, I was gonna say Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. But I don't really feel like watching a full football game for that, so I'm gonna try and do a little bit of reading tonight in A Darker Shade of Magic. Do you want to show what my mom got you for Valentine's Day?
Yes. Are they in here? A card. Most importantly. I got The Real Romance here. Just the secret history of Bigfoot. Field notes on a North American monster.
Just anything cryptid, because my mom for Christmas got you
Like
a book about
UFOs
UFOs.
in America. Yeah. Yes.
You excited?
I am.
Hey everyone, it's Monday, the last day of the vlog, and what's probably going to be my busiest day. I have been getting ready. It's like 11:30. I have to leave my house around noon to go meet my mom because we have a like 2-hour drive to Vermont to go to the Catherine Arden event tonight, which I'm super excited to go to, but I'm not really looking forward to the long drive, but it is what it is. We were supposed to have people come to check the fire alarm, like normal standard checking of the fire alarm, and I was hoping that they'd come before we leave because I don't want to have to lock Midnight up in one of the rooms. She does run away. Like, if strangers come into the apartment, like, she will run and hide under the bed. So I kind of hope that she'll just do that, but I'm a little stressed out because Charlotte isn't able to come home because Charlotte is working. So I'm just a little stressed out about it. But yeah, and in truth, I didn't read any of this last night. I thought I would, but then we turned on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I don't even think I was paying that much attention. I was just kind of in and out of it. I was very tired, and then we went to bed pretty early last night. So in truth, I don't think I'm going to read much of this. I might listen to the audio book on the way from my house to my mom's house and then back tonight, which will give me probably some good listening in, but it depends on how like in the mood I am to pay attention to the book on audio. We'll figure that out. I do have like 30 minutes before we have to leave, or before I have to leave, so I am gonna read for 30 minutes and just see what I can get done. But I do think that this will be a pretty quick read for me once I actually get started, because I have read it before, so it's a reread. But we'll see. I will keep you updated. Yeah, and I'm really excited to just bring you along to this event that I'm going to. So there'll probably be a lot of B-roll footage, and then I will try and check in before I end the vlog, but it really depends on whether I remember to do that tomorrow and if I wake up in time before I have to log into work. So, oh, but really quick, I don't think I've told you what A Darker Shade of Magic is about. So essentially we have Kel and Lila Bard. Those are our two main characters. And it's set in a world where there are 4 parallel Londons, and each London has a different relationship to magic. We have Red London, where the magic is lush and thriving and happy and healthy. We have Grey London, which is like essentially our London, where magic is dead and forgotten. And then we have Black London, where magic is teeming with power, but it's eaten everything up. There's like nothing in Black London except for just like teeming amounts of power. And then we have White London, where the magic is dying. And Kel can hop between each of these Londons, and so he kind of communicates between the different rulers of these different kingdoms, with the exception of Black London, because he's an Antari. And then but he also smuggles stuff between the different Londons, and in doing so, he does end up catching the eye of Lila Bard, who basically forces him to bring her along to his travels. And so then thus starts their little adventure together. That was a pretty bad synopsis, but I'm not the greatest at synopses, so forgive me, but I am gonna hop back into reading now, so. Good morning, it's Tuesday, it's the end of the vlog. I'm just doing a quick wrap up before I start this next week's vlog. I am so tired from last night's event, but I had such a great time. It was a longer drive than we thought. We thought it was only 2 hours, but it was actually 2.5 hours. And then on the way home, we got lost in Vermont trying to find a gas station because we got off an exit because we saw a sign saying that there was gas. But then the gas station that was like, I think the gas station that the sign was saying that, like, the gas station that the sign was referring to was closed. And we were like, well, there has to be a gas station soon. There was not. So we had to turn around. We had to go back. Ugh, it was awful. So it ended up taking us like 3 hours, I think, to get home. It was so awful. I hated it. And then I had like another 45 minutes to drive home from my parents' house. So it was a lot of driving yesterday, but it was worth it. I had a wonderful time. I'm so excited to read that book. But yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly wrap up what I read. I didn't read as much as I wanted to this week. I think how I started off the week with One Last Stop really kind of set me back because I was so upset about my reading experience with that, and I am glad that I DNF'd that after like 91 pages, but I think it really set the tone for the rest of the week for my reading, kind of put me in a slump. But I did end up finishing Aster, The Rise and Fall of an American Fortune by Anderson Cooper on audio, and I really enjoyed it. Anderson Cooper does the audio, and I always enjoy it more when the author reads the book. I don't know, I just think it adds a little bit of extra stuff to a nonfiction audio when the author narrates it. But I really enjoyed this. It was interesting to learn all about the Astor family fortune. I knew a little bit about the Astors before reading this book, but I think my knowledge of it really only centered around John Jacob Astor that died on the Titanic. I didn't know anything else, so it was really interesting watching, like, seeing where they got their fortune and then how it ended up, which was basically the line ended with Brooke Astor and Vincent Astor, and it's the end of the Astors. But anyway, and then I started A Darker Shade of Magic. I read a whopping 61 pages for this, but I really did not give it any investment until yesterday, and I only had like 40 minutes to read. So anyway, that's the wrap up. I'm very excited to keep reading this. Hopefully this will put me back on the right track for reading in the upcoming week. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.